cold last time. That was the only
It looked
downside.
awesome though, yeah. But it's the spring now. Things are starting to get sunny. It was a lovely day yesterday. Not that we saw any of it. We were in the studio.
As we have been for a few days now.
Pretty much for the last 2 months. Yeah. Actually, I don't actually remember a time without gaming. But here we go. Pistols underway. Leisure already bursting through. And this is an unusual pistol round because Pod just comes through and wrecks Leisure in the CT spawn. They have the bomb plant down in a 5-on-3 hold. Light got a peek on the stairs, peeking a little too much and not landing the shots on Marcy, unfortunately for him. His Glock train has done its business. Faker's going to try and sneak around the side. Don't worry, guys. He's not left Korea just yet. It is somebody, obviously, clearly a big fan of League of Legends, coming into this one. But eyes on you. Solid pistol round. Let's give you a quick roster rundown for the teams. For Leisure, it is MNL, Remux, Faker, Vladirox, and Light. And for eyes on you, who will be watching all night, Luca, Marcy, Martin, Pod, and Zappa.
And after a good start, eyes on you, definitely off the back of Pod. It was 2 kills for Martin as well that assisted in that regard. So it's 2 UMPs, 3 AKs being brought up here. And Leisure are going, interestingly enough, here into Armour, spending that money when going up against 3 AKs. That Armour might not mean so much for them here, but they do have a flash on Vladirox.
Look at this. They're basically expecting the push that Fabi were doing in the previous map. They were obviously pushing up constantly, and they're set waiting for it. Eyes on you. Very much practice on this map. Just played one of semi-final on here already, so expecting this. Might not have been expecting Light, and that was a great little dink there. Took him down to 2 health. Couldn't quite get the kill, but could have been an AK in the hands for Leisure almost early on.
Pod looking pretty good tonight already in these first couple of rounds. In the last game, of course, some very important moments that he was able to come in strong. So he's like a sat here on short. He was pushed briefly by Faker, actually, and he's given him a scare and also taken a little bit of health off of him. And we'll see eyes on you back up just a little bit more here. It's a flash waiting towards Vladirox, I believe, in Connector. And actually, eyes on you actually go towards B, or like we saw them do a couple times, just go straight back around towards A. But there's Remix as well. Gets one. I think any more than one with the P250 would have been wishful thinking, but he does at least get that. It's going to be a press towards B, though. It's going to be Faker will be waiting for that push.
Yeah, the one-man band that's going to try and stop them here. Does get a good connection, but not the kill. And it will be eyes on you that will not get the plant down there. Not quite.
Not quite career-level mechanics from Faker either, unfortunately.
No, his mechanics are a little off right now. He's not playing in the mid lane. That's what the problem is.
Want to see him go.
See if he goes in that window for the mid lane.
Oh, God help us. It's Martin now pushing in towards mid, and he's going to spot out pretty quickly some of these Leisure players here who actually want to take the fight through mid, and it's, well
Faker was in the mid lane.
Still, though, he got ganked pretty badly there by eyes on you, sat up the top there. Well, but you put three guys in the window, reasonably common stack there, but Leisure definitely didn't pay out for them there as well. They got a bit of damage, and MNL is actually going to be able to take Lucka out of the equation. So this is starting to get a little bit more worthwhile. Pod with 5 points of health left. MNL almost had him for dinner too, but he falls down. Vladirox from the behind will be able to pick him up, and there's 2 players left for eyes on you, and they will go for that B here. Vladirox has to rotate pretty quickly. We'll see who meets who and when.
So he's going to have to get one early on here. The problem is he's got a Mach 10. They've both got head armor, so he's not going to be doing a great deal of damage to them. There's an AK just at the top, which I think he's just seen. Yep, there we go. Okay, now he's in a good position. Picks himself up a red line. Lovely skin, one of my favorites. And he's going to work his way around. Now, if you can find Martin early on, but the problem is they're in a great position. The fact that Zappa's off to the right-hand side in apartments is going to cause Vladirox to be in an almost impossible situation. But the fact he landed that headshot nailed on, he's going to give him a problem. That smoke goes down. He knows where he is. He's going to flash it out. He's going to fake out the defuse and try and draw his attention out. And you know what? Zappa has no clue what is going on here. Brilliant stuff from Vladirox. So well played in that clutch situation. Very nicely done.
Yeah, that one under wraps. He smoked first, then flash. Obviously over towards his assailant there. And we saw that the check had to come in. There was no choice for Zappa. He had to spray through because he couldn't tell if that was a fake or not. And nicely done there as well. Good way for Leisure to bring that one back. The first 2 rounds, actually, eyes on you, only lost 1 player in each round. So here, now they're starting to really have some casualties inflicted towards them. And Leisure actually going to be able to get themselves an AWP and a scout to be going on with. See, an AK being over in Vladirox's hands to use that one here. So again, eyes on you. Losing one of those first 3 rounds after picking up the pistol here, and they give Leisure 1 for free almost.
Okay, nade. Oh, nicely done. That landed straight on Light. Down to 15 health. I think an AK shot maybe caught in him. But there's another nade coming through, and Pod will dunk it on his face. Vladirox, though, will get himself a double in answer. Gets out with just a slither of health, but damage done. And he's also found Zappa! Oh my god, Vladirox on absolute fire. 6 kills in 2 rounds so far. Dragging Leisure, screaming and kicking back into this game.
Absolutely, 5 points of health is all the guy has, but with those 5 points, and the other 95, he's going to do a heck of a lot. And look at this now, back towards mid he goes, and he might be able to get a shot towards Martin as well.
He's on the ace.
This guy is on fire, 4 kills, and the fact that he's still got so many teammates standing and still on an ace.
It's coming here. Oh, cameraman, seriously.
Timing.
That was my own. That was the goddamn director that did that.
You know what though? Because we're behind on HLTV, I guess the algorithm, he wouldn't have got the kill anyway. That's why it flicked away.
Oh, you saw it. Yeah, there we go. They knew it was coming.
1v3.
Damn you. Seriously. Who wrote this auto-director?
Oh,
Go to the one-man standing, go to him. That's all you got to do.
That's the struggle, mate. We got 1 producer, 1 cameraman, and 2 casters in 2 people. So that's just the way it works here.
Just everything. And the fluffer and the cleaner.
The fluffer. I could use a fluffer right now, Leigh.
Don't look this direction. That's for sure. It's 2-2, ladies and gentlemen. Leisure get themselves into this game in style from Vladirox. 7 kills in 2 rounds. Absolutely lighting up Eyes on You there. And that's put them in a tricky situation. Certainly, I don't think they're expecting that. They're going to get themselves triple deagle. Some Juan-D action is required.
Yeah, Vladirox has twice the amount of kills that the rest of his teammates have together. So after this many rounds, having 8 is a very big deal. Martin gets himself in towards mid, care of the flash. Vladirox will be just stalking over here towards that A side again. Very, very quick flip towards Zappa. Hardly taking any damage on that one here as well. And we would expect Leisure to grind this one out reasonably comfortably. Pod caught there, press in towards MNL. Make the shot as well, and even Light can go to mid and set things up quite nicely. I mean, 2 warps available on these Leisure plays is going to make life a lot easier.
Oh, and they're coming straight into Remix. Remix going aggressive, looking for it, and we'll find it. Probably going to see the second one he does. Lucas going to challenge it. Should get him down. Nicely done. And Leisure, fairly aggressive CT side there. They knew they were down to pistols, and it's dangerous to go looking for kills like that when they have got deagles. You know, just a couple of shots here and there, and suddenly you give them a rifle, and it could backfire on you. But Leisure in control. Solid stuff. Eyes on You, back on it. Round loss kicking in, giving them the AKs.
They can at least have those ones, but remember, it's still 2 warps available for Leisure, and they're going to be able to split between mid and possibly B with that one. It's Light and MNL with them. So MNL, the sole player at A right now, he's going to be tested in a few moments as the T-ramp setup, for Eyes on You is definitely going to be forthcoming.
They're pushing in. Nobody's looking at ramp. Nobody's looking. MNL so totally pushed away, and now he's smoked off a jungle. This is a nice little bit of play here. It's worked out so well for them. They've got to manage to get in on sight. Question is, can they land the shots? Faker sat ready and waiting to go. Pods snuck himself in nicely. It's a position they won't be expecting, just tucked off the side. He's going to try and back his way through. He's going to find one. Is he going to get the second? He didn't look at the third man in connector there. Does spin around, gets another. Faker's just around the corner. Pod's expecting it, and there he is, pinned off the floor. And now Leisure, just a one-man standing. Really, they're subject to their own problems there with the tactics. They left the one-man MNL to look at apartments up towards Palace, and he was distracted. He pulled his attention down to connector, saw a chance for a kill, effectively, and just left A side wide open, and then one little smoke cut them off completely.
And then the use of flashes from Eyes on You was excellent. In fact, Faker had a chance to maybe go for Pod or even get a double spray down pushing out of connected, but he was flashed twice in quick succession, and he actually had to wait for Pod to just go find him. Here's Laka picking up Faker there, as he did show himself for a brief moment.
I reckon I could have landed that shot. He just stood looking at him.
Yeah, Laka definitely wasn't tested too much for that one. Remix is also going to be there. He, though, opts not to show himself, which is maybe quite smart. And Laka's just clanging and battering his way around here, just drawing attention. It will be a mid presence and a B presence at the moment for Eyes on You. A being left on its own for the moment, as MNL might have some targets here if he does peek down towards mid, the jump across, so he can't connect, and he's actually punished some damage onto him, and now he actually, well, he can't do anything. He doesn't want to peek into this mid situation. There's Laka on towards Remix. B's getting cracked open like a chestnut, and Light's going to be stuck on the site there as well, failing to get the flick as well. Leisure's AWP is just a little bit behind the 8 ball, but at least Laka will fall. No, he's going to miss that shot as well. Light now being punished and pressured as Pod was the one who managed to get those shots back towards, and there's a bit of smoke up, and that's going to allow Eisen to get close, but that's a double there.
Well,
across
from
the
behind.
map.
That was what it was. Light got the one from the side, from bench, and MNL from behind. Now, problem is now they know MNL's there, and actually they had 2 people come from behind, which caused them a problem.
They can't plant yet, though.
Oh, they're going to push through onto him. Straight in the molly. That's forced him away, but nobody's looking at short. Nobody's looking at Vladirox. And, well, we've seen the damage he's created, but not this time around, unfortunately. That nade going to land squarely behind Martin, apparently. Actually, I think it just caught the lip. Grenades in this game, never my favorite as a commentator to see, because so often you'll be like, that's going to be square on them. Wait, it did like 10 damage.
Nothing like the old COD 4 ones, eh?
Oh, God, yeah. They were, well, I mean, the cook nades were horrible.
Yeah.
MNL's going to back away from this one, so Eisen will get themselves around. Damage done by Looker, really. He was the man that carved open B-side.
Yeah, got those 2 picks going on in. It was Light was able to hold up for a little while, but reasonably enough, it's MNL to hold on towards this AWP. And Eyes on You again. This is how they managed to grind out that last game. They got a very respectable total of rounds on the T side, and then had a very, very comfortable CT here. And a bit of a close one there as well. We see buyers coming in, and obviously Eyes on You have a bit of money to work with. Whereas Leisure obviously can't. They're going to try and use MNL. I'll be interested to see where he goes, if they just stick him in mid or actually maybe try and use him to bolster the B side. And it's going to be the latter. MNL going to head over there with Faker. There's Martin already laying groundwork in mid.
Okay, so MNL, the 1 AWP they have, in perfect position to try and cause the problem. But Looker cracks it open once again. Like a well-oiled machine. Eyes on You. Just pile on through. Second for Looker. And damage done. Yeah, just burning alive with your own molly there. Looker almost got caught out by that one. I think they're trying the wrap around. You can see Light's going to try and come from behind, as is Remux. But unfortunately for them, Vladirox, the only man distracting, has already been picked off. So Remux pretty much walking into the grinder right now. And with that molly, their exit strategy has been completely cut off. I think that was Light, actually.
Light
just landed some beautiful shots. Took them both very low. But 2 on 5, not a lot they can do with pistols.
No kits for Leisure, no chance at a defuse here, so they might just try and go forward and get some frags. Some work was already done by Light to get these players a little bit low, and you can see just how low Zappa was after that one as well.
Was it some Light work?
Well, he's made Light work a bit here, I think, but trying to pick around a corner, and Martin will take him out, turn out the lights. And it's going to be 5-3 here. And Eyes on You again. These T rounds are stacking up. Now they should obviously buy back into this, but Eyes on You, I'd give them one or two more T rounds, Leigh, and I think they're looking very, very comfortable on that CT side, especially when we've seen how comfortably they can hold.
Well, the spotlight is on Leisure right now as he checks out window, doesn't fancy it. MNL once again, another duel. And Looker is coming out on top on that, starting to become a real problem. He does get taken down eventually. Nice little flash here. And speaking of Light, he's making some absolute brilliant plays. Manages to get himself into that little sandwich spot, but Zappa and Martin put an end to that. Now Remux and Faker into a 2-on-2, but look at this. Eyes on You, not having any of it. Now, the time and the delay that it takes to come around here is going to be very obvious, I feel, for Remux and Faker. They'll be like, okay, time to back away. But the problem is this is splitting it. Are they going to stick together? Are they going to stick together? No, they're going to move as one. That's nicely done. Faker's going to get a little peek, and if he plays this right, he will come up behind him. He heard the footsteps. Absolutely would have heard the footsteps there. Now he needs to make quick work of this. Remux just has to wait until Faker gets around the back of them. They're in the van right now. Remux just holding the line. And there we go. Faker comes around the side. Now it's a 2-on-1. Brilliant stuff. Leisure played this one perfectly. Now they're just going to try and pick off Martin. The flash comes around. They're close from double angle. Pincer move. He can't get the bomb plant down. 40 seconds to go. And Remux almost cocked it up there. Did he just? Surely he just saw Martin. No. There we go. Doesn't matter. Faker got it. Faker comes in to save the day. Very well played by Leisure there. And more importantly, very disciplined play from Remux to not peek.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, having gotten kills over on the A side, they knew that they didn't really have to split one of those CT players to A1 to B. They knew that Eisen pretty much only had the one option. Eisen can still buy up here, but probably be the last buy round. Yeah, not looking ideal for them after this one. So, still, Luck is going to have himself an AWP, and you can see what he can do if he doesn't get shut down really early. Unfortunately, that's what happened last round. He got the one pick, MNL went down. And that was all the rest is history, I guess. Like I wasn't able to do much more than that. But Eisen want to let him off the chain. Leisure want to keep him in the kennel, and that's really going to be the defining factor here. It's a flash towards mid, and that's allowed MNL to get the pick up on towards Zappa. And he's usually the A lurker.
Yeah, he's gone all the way around the T side. He's right around the back of them. How in the hell did he get around there? Some very aggressive ramp play. Faker going to get a little peek towards mid there. Marcy just sneaking across towards Delpan. And actually, if Faker gets in a position here, we'll be able to see him perfectly. Marcy just sitting in Delpan waiting to have a peek around. MNL, meanwhile, damage done. Now, Remux has to hold this. Because if Lucca were to find a kill, which he's done so often for Eyes on You, it would crack B open once again. Lucca
definitely able to be a threat here, and that's a really important frag there. It's traded in eventually, but that's going to give the game to Lucca. He knows exactly where Faker at least is going to be. And that 2v3 going to be tough to fight out from now, but Lucca has to be careful. You can see Faker's just got himself set up in that ladder room there, and he will drop down. This could be bad timing, and it isn't good for Lucca. It's going to be Faker to come around and pick up the kill there. Leisure break back with 2 quick rounds. And even though their economy isn't all that flash, they can still buy up as much as they would like, and Eyes on You are going to force into this.
Faker with 2 important kills once again. 2 rounds running now. He's stepping up for his team, trying to live up to his namesake. You know, when you pick a name like that, you damn well better be good when you're up against one of the best players in the world in the League of Legends scene. And actually, went up against Kenny S, ironically. Kenny was proud of that. I think you were there, weren't you, when he was saying, Kenny S was like, you know, I beat Faker. You know, I beat him in a vote. He was so happy about that one. I was like, Kenny, I don't think the Korean world knew it was happening.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I think, and I don't know how many CS fans are over in Korea, if it's a very big scene compared to League of Legends.
No, it's a non-existent scene right now.
Yeah. So the French have a couple teams up there in League, but obviously in CS, Kenny very well known by the French. So Leisure actually, in the meantime, get another round back and lose very little for that one as well. Eyes on You. Yeah, I guess bought enough. They bought enough, so yeah. I mean, they had Tech 9s. Some of them bought armor, but they really got nothing out of it at all. So Remix still using the scout there. He hasn't been forced off it.
Great molly. Look at that. They were literally about to take control of top of mid because of that smoke, but immediately tossed the molly through and had to back away and delayed them just a little bit more. Could have had a little peek from short, but didn't choose to. Pod's been causing problems. He was the man that carved open that situation right at the start in the pistol round, picking himself up that double there. And he's, again, Zappa, this time having more problems with MNL. MNL's been going looking for those kills quite often. That grenade's going to rattle straight down towards Martin. They know that Faker's on short now, and it's switched away, and I really would like it not to do that, as Faker is about to get challenged by Marcy. And now they've managed to carve the way right into sight. Pod, that's a good smoke. It's going to catch them out. Doesn't matter. Light's already been picked off. And damage done. Vladirox, last man standing in a 1-on-4.
Yeah, he got a Molotov at least to try and shake someone out of position, but outside of that, Vladirox has only himself to rely on here. A kit is always going to help, and of the element of surprise assists, but Pod is going to be there, straight around the corner with a bit of pre-fire and bringing Eyes on You back in this one. It is tit-for-tat stuff here. Only a couple rounds left in the half, 3 to be exact. Yeah,
the problem is here, though, that Leisure have to be aware that Eyes on You, well, they had a very good CT side. You know, it ended 9-6 in their favor, and then the game ended 16-8. So only 2 rounds from the CT side were given up against the opposition. So 6 rounds so far, already good for Eyes on You. They're going to be looking to try and get a little bit more bang for their buck here as they pick themselves up a couple of orbs. Look at, remember this position? Managed to come out on top. Remember that auto sniper pushed them in the previous game. That was Fabi. But Light and Faker doing the work. And Martin being picked off there. Pod as well. So they did go aggressive, but just in different angles. They weren't expecting it. So mid control is in the hands of Eyes on You, but only just. MNL with that AWPs trying to block them out. But look at this. Look on the minimap. Wow, that's brilliant. Thank you very much, GoTV. What I wanted to say was look at Remux. Look how aggressive he'd gone. He actually had Faker with him as well. So they pushed all the way around. So they know it's not a B hit. They know that that is not coming. Or if it is, it's going to be a very delayed B hit. And MNL gets picked off. And now Marcy is left with Zappa to really just try and do anything. But Light is chomping his way through them as a team. And Zappa left all alone.
So Leisure look like they're going to get their noses out in front here, but both of these teams are sort of winning rounds in clumps. This time, though, Eyes on You only have the 1 round of building economy to lay back on. It's going to be a very tough one now. To go for a buy, in fact, I would say it'd be smart for them to just save this one up completely and try and get 7 before the half. And as Eyes on You, you'd be happy with that one as well. The T-side's been pretty good sort of all night, actually. And like I said, It's what got them the win in that last game. A very, very strong first half into a decent second, and that was all they needed.
Yeah, MNL working well there. Faker getting himself that important first opening kill as well. So all working well for Leisure in that previous round, and now we're going to see this fabled pile-in tactic. Is it going to work out? They do get MNL down, but you're not going to get the plant down when Light is staring at you. But, well, the Tech-9s are doing the damage as they often can. No armor.
Here we go.
Was picked up outside of Martin. Now, Pod picks himself up the AWP. He is going to get flashed up, but is he going to be expected? Yes, he is. He catches Remux out, and, well, would you believe it? The Tech-9 rush may well just pay off here. Faker has got an important job to do alongside Vladirov, who's approaching this one with an AWP. Not sure about that. Going to go with a pistol instead. They're lined up. Marcy doesn't need to double check. Pod gets in there instead. So, not too sure about trying to push that position with an AWP. Didn't really work out, and Max 7's coming out in the final round of the half for Leisure.
Yep, so expect to see them take up some fairly close angles here. Eyes on You justifying their little bit of a force towards that last round. Worked out quite nicely. Couldn't quite get the gun on the other side of the fence. I think that was the idea.
Yep, didn't work out, but oh well. It is going to be a fast old push. Remux, bless him, with this Tech-9 scout even is going to try it a second time. Look at not falling for it. And has honestly been on point in that exact duel. Has come out on top so often against AWPs, against scouts, against rifles, etc. All working in their favor. They've bust this B site wide open.
And no one from Leisure really forthcoming. Those Mag 7s now kind of useless because, well, Leisure have to come to Eyes on You, and Faker unable to be the playmaker in this particular situation. It's still 2 Mag 7s standing up for Leisure here, and Light is smoked to heck. He might actually be able to get a kill away from this. He does find the head of Martin through the smoke, but he's found himself on his own as that same smoke is cleared, and a Molotov in front of him as well, spewing fire with the bomb ticking away.
Lucas scouting it.
Yeah. Bit of target practice, bit of no-scope as well.
Oh, and he gets it.
He
He had the AWP there as well with him, so he's just like, you know, I'm going to try a couple of jump shots. Why not? Let's make it work. But Eyes on You come out on top 8-7 after that devastating round with the Tech-9s.
Yeah, they win the last two of the half, and also the first two, of course, but they messed that third round up and allowed Leisure to get early guns. Still, 8 rounds on the T side. Definitely respectable here as well. And you know, look, Leisure are going to have to really be pulling their socks up here. Eyes on You ended up winning the pistol round last time after Mirage and just turned it around easily. And MNL needs to start being able to get these picks on towards Laka. 3 in that last round for him. Laka consistently managing to pick people out. 12 and 9, definitely a couple quiet rounds for him, but still, in amongst there were crucial frags.
Yeah, Faker, while you see he's only got 7 kills, 4 of those were very important kills. So it's hard to always read into the score. Vladirox, of course, had those 7 kills in those 2 rounds that were massively important. A 1-on-3 situation, and then get himself the 4K the following round was devastating for Eyes on You. So, pistol round, very important here. And we're going to see it. Yes, we are. Raid boss handed off to Light. Okay, we'll keep our eyes on him and see what sort of damage he can do. Is the man that's being sent out, is he going to get flashed into the mid? No, they're just going to follow on through. No flashes coming through. He's just going to follow on the pistols.
Remix has a flash, but I don't really think that's going to be utilised at this particular stage. He's just going to push straight down, of course, as the smokers pave the way here. So Leisure can get up close and personal, but that nade is going to hurt quite a lot there. Ramus goes low, and Light as well going to push around. Pod just picking up those kills that were set up so nicely by Martin's nade coming in. That's not going to be easy for Leisure to turn this one around, and Pod there as well getting the finish out. 3 kills for him in that round.
He did the exact same thing on the T side.
Yep.
He was the man that pushed on through into CT, got himself that double kill early on, and carved a giant advantage for Eyes on You, just as he done once again. Pod doing work at the top of the scoreboard as well for Eyes on You. Very good stuff, but this is not so good. Goddamn Hawk.
Yeah.
Look,
we seem to be, Neo was one of the players who liked to use it. MBK also favouring it. We actually saw it in the Pro League this weekend as well, if memory serves.
There's a few that use it, but nobody favours it. It's not a favourite. It's more like a, God damn it, stop using that weapon, is what it is.
Pretty filthy.
It is pretty dirty. But it worked.
That's what I'm saying. It's filthy.
Yeah. Got a lot of kills earlier. Zappa's in prime position for this one. He just needs to not doubt himself, which is what he's kind of doing at the moment, semi-peeking. There we go. There we go. Line up for him. Light. Ooh, got a little tag on him, and they're going to try and push his position.
Oh, nice crossfire.
Oh, and he even does a little style point jump there as well. Gets away with it. Marcy comes in with the support. Beautiful stuff, but they got the bomb plant in. That's all
Yep.
Leisure wanted from that round.
Absolutely. I don't think they were really gunning for too much more. You can see how they just flooded out there and tried to lay down those smokes to get it done. But still, yeah, Zappa, not too bad from him. I mean, it was a great crossfire. Marchi, though, was off on the other side as well. And you knew that Leisure were going to try and at least try and pick him up and pressure him, stack players onto him. But didn't work out at all. They're probably better off jumping across from Tetris, if I'm honest. But here we are. Leisure, of course, just being careful about this one. They are saving, despite Light going in for the Deagle. And we do have Remix with one himself. Let's see what they can get with these pistols here. And Eyes on You not changing it up too much here. MNL just got absolutely slapped back as he was sat on that T ramp. But the bomb is on the B side. So it's not taking too much wind out of Leisure's sail right now. But they aren't at their leisure. They have to make a push. And they don't really get to decide when that happens now as they are being stalled out.
Yeah. It's just not going Leisure's way at the moment, though. They're trying these little duels. Close range, but unfortunately for them, they are being read and pod with the P90. The spray down is happening. Switches to the Deagle and puts Faker back on his backside. Nothing he could do there. Light with 5 health left standing. Marcy finds him with the FAMAS. So, 11-7. Okay, Leisure, time for the rifles. Let's see what you've got up your sleeves on the T side.
Yeah, this is acceptable for Leisure, of course, knowing that they lost that pistol, and Eyes on You didn't actually mess it up. They actually managed to win those following 2 rounds, so that's good.
They're sticking with FAMASes. That's risky play for Eyes on You. 3 FAMASes and the AUG. This is very risky stuff. They have switched across. Martin's decided to take the AWP. They're actually going very aggressive. Look at this. Marcy backed up with Zappa there. Immediately got a ton of information saying, yep, A is actually clear at the moment, A ramp. Now they're going to make sure they've smoked off the side. Martin with that AWP does get himself the 1 shot down, and that was Vladirox trying to question out on B side. But already, Eyes on You got a big advantage here, and that molly's going to cause even more problems.
Yeah, well timed there for Lucker. There was a lot of Leisure players around that area, so they're going to be stopped in their tracks. Remix, though, managed to pick up Lucker. I think he actually came out of Palace and was finally blazed down by Zappa, so still a 3v3, but Leisure are bringing it back one by one.
Look at Marcy. Is he going to stick in this position? He might get spotted, actually. Yeah, he will get... Oh, he landed the tag on Faker. This is what we were talking about, though. This was my argument. They stuck with FAMASes. Now, that shot with an M4, A4, probably would have killed him. He managed to get the double tag down, took him down to 23. Very greedy indeed. And now Martin, all on his own with this AWP. The only man that actually decided to invest in the round has been left hanging by his team.
Light gets the cheeky little peak spot as well up on top of Firebox. But you see Eyes on You, like they recognise that, right, we got FAMASes here, so we need to try and close the gap. What kind of didn't work for them is that with a lot of FAMASes and an AWP going B, you can't have an AWP mid. You pretty much need to give mid control up then if you have nothing good and long range.
Unless they were being clever. Unless they were just, you know what? We're going to stick with these, then we're going to buy up. Actually, Pot's gone from the FAMAS. At 400, he could have definitely could have gone for something more. Unless they're being very clever and very risky and thinking, you know what, we're going to give them a chance and we're going to break their economy. And then they're screwed because it's going to be close to what, 13, 14, 8 then?
Yeah, I mean, losing bonus was stacking up.
Yeah, well, they had that 3-round loss. So then you go, thank you very much, bam, break you straight back. Maybe, who knows? I know teams have done it in the past because I've asked them about it and they're like, yep, it's a risky tactic, but if it works, pretty much wins you the game. And it's the final after all. Why not try it?
Eyes on You, yeah, like you said, still persistent with the 1 FAMAS here. And they'll be sitting on a bit of money as well. There's a bit of safety in that, in not investing too heavily. Of course, that last round saving it up. Vladirox's going to be throwing a Molotov in as well. Now that will hit Pod and knock him back slightly, but still he's able to hang around up on that edge. So Vladirox is going to have to do it the hard way.
Faker's got right through the back of into Kitchen. They are not going to be expecting this at all. Oh, and they're going to find himself an early shot. He had to take it because he was facing. But that's split Eyes on You totally in half. They have to deal with Faker. Zappa comes around and does collect him. And now, unfortunately, that puts Leisure now on the back foot. Look at, lands himself another shot. Vladirox and MNL, the last 2 standing. As Vladirox tries to challenge out, look at, switches out, but he's been doing some serious work with his AWP. Gets around the side. Looker lands another shot. MNL challenges, and Looker gets a 3rd.
That was really
absolutely
nice.
Fantastic stuff from Looker. Should have just spec'd in the whole game.
This guy's a sick player, man.
Yeah.
Quite a few times.
He is no noob, that's for sure.
And all the kills that he's bringing out are actually in critical situations. It's not just like an exit frag here or maybe an opening one. He's not only did he manage to stall out those two players from Leisure, but he also managed to pick them off on his own when push came to shove. Great stuff from Eyes on You. And yeah, Leisure's economy, like you said, Leigh, is broken because they've been reset. We've got 2 AKs. Like you can see they're forcing it now because they're getting pretty nervous, right? They forced this one. Lose it, they have to save. They'll probably force again at 14-8 if that's the way it's going to go. So
it's a risky strat, and I don't know whether that's what they did. I mean, they stuck with FAMASs. It seems that maybe they did because they're like, okay, let's not spend any money this round, and if we do lose it, we're fine. And B, if we can afford to buy straight back up and wreck their economy if we pick up the round, which has actually worked. So now they're going to be looking at what? They've spent absolutely everything in this round. So if Leisure don't get this round, they're going to be on an eco again. And Eyes on You are just going to be laughing because they'll be on 13 rounds. However, Tech-9s can cause problems, as can AKs. And when they've carved their way into sight like that, it's a serious, serious issue for Eyes on You.
Decent nade, taking a bit of health off of Leisure. They get the plant, so that's going to help them out later on. The Molotov coming over the top. Definitely hurt Faker, but Eyes on You now have to make some sort of entry here. Pod has at least been able to get himself an AK. Martin wants to go forward as well. Pod gets the frag, but he trades it in. There's a player behind, but Martin was a little bit distracted there. And, wow, just when you think Eyes on You are about to close things out, Leisure do get that win on the eco round. Well, not an eco, it's a force, I guess, with 2 AKs going in there. But good entry onto that A site, really. I have to say, Vladirox mainly going in. The first pick with the Tech-9 really opened things up for Leisure.
Yeah, this is the converse effect. If you don't win that round, you're pretty screwed yourself.
Yeah.
And that's what's happened. Eyes on You broke. Pistols. Okay, they're going to go aggressive. This is looking like who it's going to be. Marcy, it's going to come up close and personal on Remux. Takes a couple of shots. And does expect a chase as well, but doesn't get it. Let's spin across to Pod. Pod's got himself in a great little position here. Pop flash in. That nade trickling through. He's got armor. He's going to go for the challenge. Oh, he can't land the first shots. We'll get the second. Could get the third. Can't work out for him. And now Martin up close. Deagle mid-air. Oh, unlucky to not come out with that kill. That was a double leg unfeel. Obviously, the angle he had there. Zappa with the USPS. He's going to have to be on point with this one.
Yeah. Aim punch.
Look at going in with the knife swinging. Not going to work out for him. Marcy comes on through, and Zappa, the last man standing, that USPS, he's still sticking around. Everybody else just ran straight through window, and he's just stood here going, guys, you left me alone.
No reason not to go for something here, Zappa. And Light might be in trouble here. Yes, his head gets picked off. That's a little bit messy from Light, but again, Leisure now know exactly where he is. He's going to push out straight into the crossfires. Vladirox to clean it up there. Good damage, though, dealt by Eyes on You there, of course, bearing in mind that they did go to save that round up now, and they can buy, and they will buy.
Yeah, we have a game in our hands suddenly. Eyes on You.
Well, actually, the double save here is pretty reasonable. Yeah,
going for the double save.
They had a round buffer, so that's fine.
They do, but it's still a risky business. They're starting to get into those double figures. It starts to get a little scary now. Can they get some more economical damage done? It is only Remux once again. The poor soul. They're 4 stacked out as well. One little distracting force is Pod. Just got to try and keep them all busy, but unfortunately for him, it's not going to work because they're already pushing through short. And that's Pod down, and B side completely clear now. Remux, what can he do? Gets himself a single kill. And that's going to be the AK. I think probably Eyes on You are going to sit on that weapon and just see if they can get anything else. Now, MNL would have heard the heavy, heavy footsteps of look at that. And purposely sits and waits.
Well, Lacquer isn't going to be pushing forward either, so MNL's not going to be seeing a whole lot here, but Leisure have that B side secure, and they will hold it for now. Martin may attempt something. A little bit cavalier, of course, with the 5-7. He's got a flash.
If you get this AWP away from Light, he'll be laughing.
I don't think he'll flash courtyard, though. That's the problem.
Oh, dear.
No. Oh, surely not. Oh, surely not.
And that's an AWP. That is an AWP. They're going to want to try and chase this down now. Now it's actually problematic. And suddenly Looker, who could actually get one here. MNL's on the creep out. Can he get himself another weapon? Could this be 3 for Eyes on You? Oh, that gave him away.
Yeah. Unfortunate, but still, I mean, an AWP and an AK. And I think even smoking a flash there managed to be picked up by Marcy. So not all bad for Eyes on You. And again, Leisure's economy, while it is building up, is still fragile in quite a lot of ways here. And they can be broken down fairly easily in this round even. You can see those numbers are getting a little bit low. You can force following it, but it won't be pretty. At least MNL, though, is able to hold on to his gun. So let's see now, Eyes on You. They can at least get 2 warps up, actually. Laka and Zappa both with them, and I think that Zappa will be at A as per usual, Laka at B. So they split that one and have a player in mid as well. That is Laka. So Laka actually does choose to go mid in this round. And Light just stonewalled out by the smoke here, as most of Leisure seem to be grouping up for an A push. Only just the one player towards B.
Yeah, they've given it away pretty early on here. Oh, MNL, some jumping shots, the burn! It gets him, nicely done there. Damage done, okay, Light peeking around the side there. Zappa's with the AWP, gonna try and take a little peek at the angle. Surely the information is the apartments guy is dead. Maybe expecting a second to push out there with the fact that Marcy went down. They don't really have an early scout. Light's trying to do the same thing. Pod, though. Pod went very aggressive. Look at this. Pod pushed up and caught them perfectly.
Yeah, got
yep, they're on the rotate. He's already give the information away.
No, I don't think he knows they're on the rotate, actually.
Oh, that's brilliant. Okay, he's faking it out nicely. He's like, yeah, okay. They won't expect Pod up so close. Is Faker going to check the angles? He is. Kind of suspected something was up there. Okay, B side, calf wide open. Martin and Looker on this rotate. That flash going to work its way through. Looker going to try and line up the shot here as Vlad tries to get across and doesn't land the flick. That's unusual because Looker has been on point today, but that molly did its damage. And now Light with the shot.
Light's down to 60, but I'll tell you who was even lower. Eyes on You there. Laka going down. Zappa at least can trade into this one. He's got Vladarox off towards his right now. This is a reasonable spot to check with an AWP. It's a close angle, and he won't get it. Vladarox sees him coming across, and Leisure have evened the Ledger. Eyes on You buying up into that round. Martin at least had himself some money, but they're going to have to be sharing around some between him and Marchi. Leisure breaking back 4 in a row.
What are they going to go for? Pistols again. Eyes on You. Backs against the wall suddenly. The risk. The gamble. The gamble right here. Keeping the FAMASs. Is it paying off for Leisure?
Yeah, I mean, maybe too sensible here for Eyes on You to go for these pistols, but yeah, they'll be haunted by that FAMAS round, I guess, Eyes on You now, if you think back. But Zappa going low already, but so was Remix, and there's Marchi goes and he gets a finish there. There was a player behind him. Light is there, and he's going to pour out, but Marchi at least can actually survive that one, but not the same for Zappa and Martin. The pressure is now being applied by Leisure. Smoke out just to quench the Molotov.
Marshy's gone for the long, long rotate instead of, you know, obviously sitting around waiting for their attention to get totally drawn. But this is working out. Pod's got himself a double. Can he make it a third? Yes, he can. That's the bomb. Faker's suddenly left alone in a 2-on-1. Marcy made the wraparound. They have no reason to push it. The bomb is at the feet of Pod. Pod, just sit down. Sit. And Faker's thinking, well,
that's
shit,
exactly what
just
Pod,
happened?
That's exactly what Pod's saying to those 3 members of Leisure, mate. That was ridiculous.
Sit down indeed.
He's got an AWP now, and Marchi as well is inside connector. So they work this together.
Look at that. They're flicking the bomb back. Flicking the AWP back. Pod's actually got himself the angle. Ooh, Faker. Fake it till you make it. Faker in a one-on-one. He knows the Marcy's here. Absolutely, and he's going to come out on top in this job because he's got the hit point. But no! Marcy lines up the shot, gets the headshot. Perfect positioning with his crosshair. And Eyes on You get a reprieve with the Deagles. They went for a save in that round. They just got themselves a couple of pistols, and Leisure walked headstrong into Pod once again.
Brilliant. Pod managed to stall out, not only stall out, but get 3 frags with the Deagle, but stalled out for long enough for Marty to arrive and get ready to help out there. Could have been either way there, and Faker not able to come out on top here. And this is the signature Leisure force. It's 2 AKs and 3 Tech 9s. Armor and helmets for everyone, but again, only 2 smokes and 1 Molotov.
And the irony is that the power and the pressure that Marcy made, just getting that single kill in apartments in Palace, picking the weapon up and going. They were waiting for him to peek, but instead he was making the long wraparound. And it could have backfired. But they were sat so cautiously waiting for him to peek, they weren't looking. And it obviously bought the time for everybody on stairs to stack up and Pod to land those Deagles. And
stunning from Pod, though, really. Like, we talk about Marcy, but he definitely obviously won the round there for Eyes on You. So sick.
All right. What's going on? Pod once again in the position. He has Vladarox down here. It is going to be a big, strong B hit. So it's Vladarox and Pod. Martin and Pod, sorry, that are going to be the key people. Martin, yes, just got a glimpse of them. Okay, he knows they're coming. So now Martin's the distracting force. The idea is they don't expect Pod to be there. Pod pops out, says thank you very much, gets himself a double, and now Martin is still here. Have they totally forgotten about him? It would appear so, because he gets himself one, gets a beautiful little switch to short, but the damage may well just have been done. It is going to be Light, the last man standing, in on sight. Already Looker picked himself one off. Now the bomb's not even in his hands. The bomb is in perfect sight of Looker. There's nothing you can do in a 1-on-3.
Yeah, he's caught in the middle of this one. And this might just be the final nail in the coffin here for Leisure. This will break them. Don't really know how much money they're going to have going to the next round. I have to assume this is a hard force. So, yeah, sad times for that squad here. And Light just has to try and jump into the fire.
Jump into the fire?
It's not how I saw that going, but okay.
Okay, then now he's got the bomb. He's going to try and get it down. This is where Zappa pushes his position. Yeah, look at Marcy. Marcy's making the move. Just got himself up. It's like when the music stops, he just like makes that little dash up to little brick wall. It's like, I'm safe. Hold on, wait for the sounds. Okay, run again. Got himself out there. But 14-12, eyes on you. And now would be the time for Leisure to make a pause if I were them. But I'm not sure. I assume they have.
I don't know if they can be asked.
I assume they do have tack pauses. But either way. It's going to be Tech9's buy what you can for Leisure.
Yep. Yeah, important round here. It's Light, the only one who's going to have an AK-47 for himself. And, of course, Eyes on You are armed to the teeth. But it's going to be a straight B push here for Leisure, of course. Going to try and put those Tech9s to work. And Martin better be quick about this one. He doesn't see anything yet, but he's pushed up quite close. And look at this. 2 men stuck here. This could be a bit tough. Lucky gets the shot somehow. Don't know how he did it. Pod actually went down as well. So now Martin really has to step up here. Going to be able to get one. Fake it straight through him, and Leisure are going to turn this around. Surely not. The force buy to keep them in the game. Looks like it may just pay off. That's Ramix there, having picked up the downed AWP, and Zappa. Oh, dear.
Wow. Just wow. I mean, Eyes on You's aggression in apartments. It's... Well, yeah, pause. Okay, so it's Leisure that kind of surprised themselves and caused for a pause after that, because they're thinking, well, guys, we've won the round. We've got weapons. Let's actually stop and have a talk about this. For Eyes on You... possibly a little too greedy. I mean, they were trying to hold apartments deep. Now, they had to know that Leisure were basically broke. They were going to be Tech9 rushing somewhere. To basically go into the open arms of the Tech9s is not ideal. And Eyes on You, as we saw against, it was Plain Ducks, they did it a few times, kind of making these mistakes. Not so much against Fabi, but against Plain Ducks, they definitely made a couple of these mistakes, running into the arms of the opposition effectively with their aggression on the CT side.
Now pause time coming out and serving you up some fresh beats here on ESL Radio. I don't know. I really don't know. I thought Eyes on You were definitely going to be able to take this one away, but we saw come up to half-time. It was super close now, and to lose that kind of round, Leisure really just dug their heels in and got it done there. It's pretty impressive for them to actually be able to pull off that kind of round. We saw that they only had those 4 Tech9s, but yeah, push through apartments, just get on towards the face. And, you know, Eyes on You pushed 2 players so deep in there, and they lost them, of course, in the ensuing gunfight. So I don't know.
I'm having fun, leave me alone.
Let's see that. So Martin asking what's up, what's going on, what's wrong.
Fast loss.
Yeah. Right.
Voice timeout.
So TeamSpeak, not ideal.
Well, it could be Discord, it could be Mumble, it could be anything out there. I mean, no need to just...
It's true. It always ends up being TeamSpeak, but you're right. You're right.
Pretty much. I mean, we're in Germany. TeamSpeak's a German thing.
There you go. Great reason. Anyway, it's pause coming in, so we're going to be jumping into this one. Of course, this is a crucial round, Leigh, if I've ever seen one. Eyes on You. A bit of a patchwork by, I used the term higgledy-piggledy over the weekend. A little bit of a mouthful, but it's pretty accurate to describe Eyes on You's armament situation. I mean, Vladirox had got himself an AK, right, so he's all good. Eminel scavenging that M4 from last round, so they're looking okay.
Well, Light's got himself mid-control. They've got that little peek over. And look at the amount of smoke and flames on that mid window. No chance for Eyes on You to get themselves any cheeky shots in there. So, mid-control, what are they going to do with this one? You've still got Remux, causing himself a nuisance, as he has so often. This time around, it's not going to work out, though. Marcy will cut him down. So, 1 man to the good for Eyes on You, sitting on 14 rounds. Martin, he's got 1 below him. Just outside a window. There's Vladdy. He gets the angle, but Vladdy will come out on top. And it's all honours even. As Leisure honestly would break Eyes on You here. This would give them serious, serious problems. And potentially give them match point. So there's a lot at stake here in this second cup of the ESL Meisterschaft.
Yeah, Marcy already having taken so much damage in that early trade, which, by the way, was very, very well played to deal with Remix. Now, I mean, he's going to have to sit tight for a little while, and unfortunately, Leisure actually going elsewhere. Looks like they're heading towards B, which is actually a part of the map they haven't really tested yet. And it's going to be the dynamic duo of Pod and Laka there. So I think correctly enough, Leisure going to go underpass and make a rotation here.
Yeah, definitely an A hit. And you can see Zappa's questioning what he should be doing here. Marcy, low hit points in that corner, yet to be named correctly that on air.
Oh yeah, we can't say that, can we?
Often known. Zappa, though, in a perfect position here. They heard the bomb plant. Look how passive they're being. Not actually looking aggressively for peaks. Now, well, Marcy, unfortunately, does go down, which means Zappa has to check the angle. Switch around. Now for Looker to get himself a peak. Oh, the one man in jungle is going to cause a serious problem. It's going to be Faker once again. And this is all going wrong for Eyes on You now as Faker pops out once again and causes himself such a problem. Faker stepping up when he needs to for his team. And at the moment, very even kill spread. Just Remux, who's been that lurker role, going pretty much one-on-one. The damage was done on Marcy. Marcy came out on top, but it's pretty much enough. And there you go. There you see P250s making it rain and 5-7s. And now Eyes on You in a real problem.
Yeah, I think Light really stepping up in this half. He's actually now obviously hit the top of the scoreboard, and he's starting to make his presence felt with that AWP. This just has to be a save for Eyes on You. This is just the awkwardness of how the scores are trained up here. So Leisure with just a massive advantage coming forward here. No armor for anyone on the side of Eyes on You either. But, oh no, I thought it might have been happening again. But no, Marcy will fall. And so will Zappa, not able to do too much there as well. And this is going to give Leisure such a huge advantage going into that last round. Of course, Eyes on You just really have to be conservative with their money and try and go for overtime here. That's all they could really do. So Leisure on the front foot. And they're all over that A site. And Eyes on You would rather not challenge at this stage by the looks of things. I think Martin down the end of the road there is the only guy that he wants to come forward. But again, he's just going to be struck. I think he's already run into someone there. A little bit of damage being done. He'd love to get a gun away from MNL, but no. 12 health. Going to keep him alive. And the two remaining players just going to stream in one at a time there. So interesting enough, Laka is going to see the entirety of Leisure have already left. So he himself will have to do the same, back away, stay alive. And again, Eyes on You now fighting for it, hanging on by the skin of their teeth. Leigh, it's match point Leisure.
Yeah, and who'd have thought? Eyes on You playing so well. But if you were to look at Leisure, who they've played, alternate ATACs 16-14 against them, and Killerfish 19-17, I believe it was.
So
they've played a lot of rounds tonight, that's for sure. And we're into the 30th once again here as Leisure on match point. Can they close out the game? Eyes on You. Oof. Let's not get a bit of team damage on Faker there early on. Pod has done such a great job over here on B side, keeping them at bay, but that's not where the problem lies right now. Mid control very much in the hands of of Leisure once again, sorry. And slowly but surely, Leisure looks to try and work those openings. A little flash into underpass. Looker heard that. He knows that there is people there, but sitting at the top of mid is Leisure. And Marcy, he's actually gone into apartments. He's normally Remux is in there, but you can see Remux kind of expecting something. He's like, well, if I'm not there, somebody may well be. But it is going to be a B hit by the looks of it. They're out slowly all coiling themselves up to make this play. Zappa and Pod going to be very busy. Zappa manages to get himself the first kill. That's great work. And now the rotation's already coming out here. A little bit of delay is all that Zappa needs to do. Pod's going to be alongside him. Can he get the second? No, he can't. Zappa, though, gets himself... He did actually get the second there from bench while he got took out. Now they're going to go for the plant. As my camera work starts to fail me.
Now Laka just holding on here. Smoke over to the bomb side, so Leisure at least able to get that one down, and this is Eyes on You now fighting for the game. Laka, he's the man to step up to the plate. He comes forward, and Ramek's already aware of his presence, but still, it's not going to be enough. MLL trades in, though, and there it is. Light gets the kill. Laka in the 1v1 to stay in the game, and it will not be true. MNL too good at 16-14. No luck, never lucky. Whatever luck pun you want to throw in there, it definitely didn't work out, and that's Leisure. Snuck it away where, to be honest, we were definitely favouring, just from watching Leigh, for the whole game, that Eyes on You would take things out.
Absolutely, and you've got to look back at that FAMAS round. You have to look back at that. So many traded 1v1s happened in that round, and they just didn't pack enough punch because they were sitting there with FAMASes. That's
It really hurt them. Yeah,
It's a risk. It was
we
a
said that.
risk,
We said
and
they're
then-
probably ruining taking those 4 Famises or being greedy on those ones. And yeah, maybe they were trying to reset the economy and play something risky, but well, it didn't pay out in that case as well. So Leisure are our champion, Leigh.
Yes, Cup 2, done and dusted. The ESL Meisterschaft. Congratulations to Leisure. We followed Eyes on You all the way through it. But it was Leisure that nicked it. 16-14, and, well, they've had a heck of a night. They've played max rounds in every single game they've played tonight, so well-deserved. You certainly have worked hard at that one. That is it for us tonight, guys. Join us tomorrow for the ESL Pro League. We're back in action at 7 o'clock Central European time in around about, well, what's that? It's going to be 19 hours from this very moment. We'll see you then.